Hi, I'm Melissa Clark from the dining section. It's winter, it's cold out there, it's big pot of beans weather. So here's my big pot, here are my beans, and I'm going to show you how to make red wine pinto beans with bacon. First thing to do is to brown my bacon. I've got a ½ pound of thick cut bacon that I've chopped up. What's unusual about this recipe for beans is that I'm going to add a wine syrup, which is basically red wine that I've reduced down until it gets thick. It adds a lot of flavor, it adds acidity, and it just adds another complex flavor. Makes the dish a little different and very delicious. Once the bacon starts to get brown, it's time to add the vegetables. So I have onion, garlic, celery, carrot, and then I'm going to throw in 2 rosemary sprigs. Just stir that around for about 5 minutes until the vegetables start to wilt. Then I'm going to add beans, water, and salt. A lot of people will warn you not to add salt at the beginning when you're cooking beans. They say that salt actually stops the beans from softening, but I've actually never found that to be the case. I like to add the salt at the beginning because it thoroughly seasons the beans, and that way they're well flavored. So now here I have pinto beans that I've soaked overnight. You can see that they've plumped up quite a bit. I've drained them, and I am going to just throw them into my pot. If you didn't have time to soak your pinto beans overnight, that's fine. Just throw them into the pot dry, add a couple of extra cups of water, and then you'll probably have to cook them for twice as long. Now you want to add just enough water to cover the beans. And 1 tablespoon of salt. For the exact recipe, go to nytimes.com/dining. Once this comes to a simmer, just let the beans cook for about an hour uncovered until they're very soft. And in the meantime, you can make your wine syrup. I've got 2 cups of red wine. I'm just going to pour it into a little pot and let it reduce until it's reduced down to 2/3 of a cup. That's probably going to take about 20 to 30 minutes. So at this point, the beans are tender. You can tell by just tasting one. Hot, hot. And also you can see some of the beans, the skins will have started to split right there. It's another good indication. And at this point, my wine syrup is quite reduced. It doesn't matter if you have exactly 2/3 of a cup, that's just kind of a gauge. But what you're looking for is a very syrupy consistency. So before you add your wine syrup, you just want to get rid of the rosemary branches. As you can see, all of the leaves have fallen off into the pot, and that's fine. And then just pour in the wine syrup. Now you just want to bring this back to a simmer, let it go for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then the whole mixture is just going to reduce down just a little bit more, and the wine syrup is going to become integrated with the beans. And then you're done. You can let it sit, you could serve it right away, it'll taste better tomorrow, it'll even taste good 5 days from now. And then eat it while it's hot. It'll warm your bones.